I wanted to start a little bit and just kind of get a sense of the company and a little like your sort of origin story, how it started, you know, what you saw in what you saw the opportunity was and kind of how it got started.
Yeah, I think, and it is, we start almost every conversation about Fairygodboss with our origin story, which is a story of a founder who had a problem that she couldn't find a solution for, so she built it. That's my co-founder, Georgine, who some of you may know. Georgine was pregnant and looking for a job, and she looked all over the web to find out there were things she wanted to know about a company before she even applied. She wanted to know, is this a company that treats women well? Is this a company that women get ahead at? Is this a company that respects work-life boundaries? And then a problem that would only happen in this country, she wanted to know what the maternity leave policy was at the company. And she realized the only way she could get answers to those questions was from hearing directly from women who worked at those companies. And so she used her network as much as she could, but her network only reached so far. And she thought, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if there was a crowdsourced database where women were sharing this information with each other anonymously? And that's where the idea came from. So classic kind of white space problem that she went to solve. Um, since then, we've actually, I think I have not been a job seeker in a long time, but the job market has really changed. I say that it's been TripAdvisored, right? Most people don't apply for a job now without checking out online reviews, just like you wouldn't stay at a hotel without checking out online reviews about the hotel. But it turns out that women are looking for really different points of information in those reviews than men are. And as would not be surprising, most of the services that are out there are much more built around men's needs and men's questions, which often kind of come back to salary. So the more we learn and do research about women job seekers, the more we found that there is a real market opportunity for this. And as I mentioned to you, I'm going to talk to a bunch of people who work in talent acquisition and recruiting tomorrow, but I'm going to talk to them about how, I have a picture in my presentation of a Dove moisturizing body wash that's like the same body wash, and it's in a beautiful, white and pink package for the women, and then in a dark kind of like manly black package for the men. And, just like Dove has to think about its strategy as it pertains to men and women consumers, companies should be thinking about their strategy as they pertain to men and women jobs. We've only been around 3 years, but already these new people are coming in and they're looking at our practices or our programs or our newsletters or our marketing decks and say, like, whoa, there's a lot of opportunity to rethink this. And it's such a good reminder that we can fall into a deep groove so quickly in our jobs and in our institutions. It's just so, because we're so busy and because there's a lot of baggage that goes, that weighs things down and make them hard to change, we do things the same way all the time. And when you bring that fresh set of eyes, I think it helps so much. So in terms of entrepreneurship, I think it's such a great, if you're someone who's interested in kind of advancing your career or learning new things, or also just sort of like having a more interesting day at work, I would strongly recommend that you volunteer yourself or kind of like pursue a stretch assignment in something that's not what you do now. Because even though it's within the same organization, you'll bring those fresh eyes. And I think for every organization, it's so important to think about, how am I seeing this in a new way? How am I rethinking what I do? And I think I'm a big believer for everyone, but for women especially, that stretch assignments are really pivotal to kind of driving career growth. There's something that I learned at the 2011 Women in the Economy Wall Street Journal conference, which I think has not been repeated since. Was anyone else there? This was in Palm Beach. And it was really awesome. But McKinsey research was released then at this conference that showed that women are more likely to be promoted based on performance, meaning women get promoted when they have already demonstrated the capability to do what the promoted job requires, versus men who are more often promoted based on potential, meaning someone believes that they can make that leap. And so I've certainly found in my career that actually seeking out the stretch assignments, taking on the work, showing what you're capable of, is what will help you get ahead and get promoted.